Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. We are nearing our reopening, and so on that note, I've been thinking a lot about just kind of the transition for all of us, how all of us are going to be making this transition differently, how our timing is different, how we feel about things are different, our challenges are different, our positives and negatives are all different. So it's very similar to a yoga practice, and how we treat ourselves as we go into this will be different too. Some of us are going to need some energy, some of us are going to need some compassion, some gentleness, all of us some strength, and probably a combination of it all. So we're going to move today through that, some fluid movements, and also really working on just kind of waking up and this idea of melting. I've been working with a women's group focusing this week on fire, and the aspect of fire to me has always been about burning bright, about breaking through, about really just kind of intense heat. And I never thought of it from the perspective of melting. So when you think about your practice today, think about kind of these walls of isolation that we've been in starting to melt. So not coming crashing down, but really more of just kind of a soft emergence that allows you to re-emerge with your own way and on your own time. So we'll go ahead and get started today let's start on our backs today. So come lying down on your back, and we'll start in a reclined butterfly. So just bring your knees out wide. Bring one hand to your heart and the other hand on top of that hand. And then just feel a few deep breaths here. And feel underneath your heart these layers and these walls of protection just starting to melt a little bit. Like with your breath, it softens the walls around your heart. So that you can start to access a little bit more of yourself here. And then go ahead and just hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little bit of a squeeze here. You can even grab onto your elbows and just rock your way back and forth. So feel the mat on your back. Feel it rolling and moving the pressure along your spine. And then you're going to come all the way up to stand to your feet today. So just come up to stand. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And then exhale, just bring your hands by your sides. So just come into this stance where you feel really strong and powerful in your feet, and make 2 fists with your hands, and you're just gonna start to tap your body here. So you're starting to like awaken some of these parts of you that have been dormant through this period of isolation, of distancing ourselves. And just kind of waking up these feelings that we haven't accessed in a while. Some of us, that's going to take some courage as we've been enjoying. If you're an introvert, kind of feeling a little more safe, feeling a little more secure. If you're more extroverted, really starting to feel yourself come alive. And then just come to stand and just spread out your fingers and feel that energy move through your body. Now that you've awoken it up a little bit, we'll just continue to move it through by taking 3 deep breaths. So just inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Let it go. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Look up, maybe a little back bend here. Exhale, bow forward. Take a half lift, let the back of your heart float up. And then exhale, step back to your high plank. So just pause here, shifting your weight forward to where you feel really challenged, really lit up, and things starting to get a bit more physical. And then you're just gonna lower down onto your forearms. We're gonna start to move with these like wave-like qualities today. So a lot of like movement and motion to start to recirculate blood flow, recirculate prana, that life force. So go ahead and kind of coming out of hibernation, go ahead and bring your hips down towards the left in your forearm plank. And then bring your hips over to the right. And then over to the left. We're gonna do symbolically rounds of 5 throughout this. Just kind of tapping into the origin of yoga with this 5 breaths, 5 movements. Doing your best to complete each cycle. And one more time over to the left, and then over to the right. And then come back through center, press your way up into your high plank. Go ahead and hover your knees down to the mat, and then on your exhale, start to press your chest back towards your thighs and your hips up towards the ceiling. So this kind of wave-like motion back into down dog. And then roll your way forward into your high plank, tucking your chin towards your chest. And at the very end, your chin comes forward, chest comes forward. Exhale, chest back towards your thighs, and then hips up towards the ceiling. 4 more of those waves. Roll forward and roll back. And this can feel really soft or gentle, or this can feel like powerful, like waves crashing. Feeling that electric quality that water has, that movement has. Motion, objects in motion tend to stay in motion, so just starting to feel that energy rev up inside of you. And then go ahead and roll your way forward back into that high plank, and just hover your knees, take them all the way down to the mat, into tabletop. Go ahead and press your hands into the mat so you get a foundation of thumbs and index fingers, and then get a little bit of space between your shoulder blades. Inhale your right foot up, and then exhale your knee out over to the side. Take it back up to the ceiling on your inhale, and then exhale knee to nose. Inhale it up, exhale it over to the side. Up, knee to nose. Keep going. One more time. Inhale it up. Exhale it over. Inhale it up. Exhale. Take it up all the way and then just stay here and pulse. So pulse your heel up to the ceiling. And we're gonna go for just about a minute here, pulsing up. So really light up the back of your body. Push and keep your core engaged. So don't leave this all up to just the back of your leg. Really engage, press your low belly up to support your back. Just feeling that heat building, sticking with it and staying strong when it's starting to get a little tough. Take another full big round of breath, and then on your exhale, lower your right foot down. Inhale your left leg up, and exhale over to the side. Inhale up and back. Exhale knee to chest. Inhale up. Exhale over. Up. Knee to nose. Up. Over. Up. Knee to nose. Up. Over. Up, knee to nose. Take it back, over. One more time, up, knee to nose. Start to pulse. Remember, pull your belly up towards your back. So you just feel that stability from your sacrum. You got this. Keep breathing. So now the wave is coming from your breath, is coming from this internal source of power. Keep going, about halfway there. Push the floor away. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your left knee, cow pose. Inhale, big breath, dropping your heart open, that melting feeling. Exhale, cat. So inhale, look forward. Push into your thumbprints. Exhale, keep pushing as you round and tuck your chin, gaze towards your navel. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. And then child's pose. Just sink your hips back here in this child's pose. Keep your elbows lifted and press the floor down. Take another full breath in. And glide your hips back. Inhale, roll up all the way into cat. Hover your knees. Exhale, press back to down dog, just like we did before. And then this time, go ahead and lift both heels up to the ceiling. Bend your knees, gaze forward. You can step or hop to the front of your mat. Half lift, breath in. Fold down, breath out. So just feel this wave-like motion rolling down and then sweeping up. Swan dive, exhale, fall down. Chin comes to chest, forehead to shins, half lift, inhale. Step or jump your way back to your chaturanga. And then upward facing dog. Just pause in this first up dog. You can let your knees rest. Just keep pressing into the tops of your feet though. Have a little bit of buoyancy in your arms, elbows are bent a little bit softly, and then push into the mat. Downward facing dog, so feel that rolling over your toes. We'll take another deep breath in, and grounded breath out. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop to the front of your mat, half lift, inhale. Bow down, exhale. Rise up, inhale, feel yourself rising. Exhale, feel yourself falling. No relationship to either. Half lift, breathe in. Chaturanga, you're just along for the ride. Following your breath. Roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Take 3 rounds of breath here. Feel your lungs expanding. As you feel your lungs expanding, feel your capacity to hold life expanding. Your ribs are going out side to side. Lift your heels. Bend your knees, gaze forward, step or hop. Halfway up. Fold down. Chair pose, inhale here. So land here, we're gonna take our right elbow up and our left elbow down. So if you can reach around and grab your hands, great. If not, no big deal, just keep lifting your elbow high. A little bit of back bending here, opening the heart, melting the heart. 2 more breaths, in and out. 1 more inhale, guys. Open, really press, and then exhale, unwind, fold down. Chair pose, right back into it. Left elbow up, right elbow down. For 4. Move the prana through you, move the breath through you. Last 2 breaths. And on that last one, really open, really go for it. Exhale, bow down, fold tight, opposite direction. Half lift, inhale. We're gonna step your left foot back to a low lunge. Drop your back knee down. Sweep your arms up, full breath in here. So this first one will take a little slow, and then we'll start to move through. Be that 1 more big breath to lift up, to maybe go back. Exhale, sweep your hands to the mat. So you're gonna turn your foot out to the side and your back foot down like side plank foot. Sweep your right arm back here and your left hip can just lean down, opening back. Take 1 more breath. Spin your right hand down, Skandasana to the back of your mat. So just this side lunge here, going low. Feeling this fluid and fiery flow starting to melt your body, melt away those thoughts. So come back to the back of your mat, take a low lunge to the back of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, sink your hips down. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Lift your heart, open it up. Exhale, so your right hand comes down, and then you sweep your arm to the back of your mat to the left side. So that side plank foot on the back, spinning to the edge of your left. Take a full breath in here. and a full breath out. And we'll do that one more time. Breathe in, breathe out, Skandasana, all the way back to the front of the mat. Deep into the side lunge. Another full breath. And then exhale, just walk your hands to the front. Chaturanga, or knees, chest, and then chin. So your option for your flow today. Your option for your flow every day. Take a full breath in, guys. And then really root your heels down. So stretching your body to stretch the possibilities in your mind. Feel that connection. Take a deep breath in. A deep breath out. Lift both your heels high. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop. Halfway up. Pour down like a pitcher, emptying out. Chair pose, inhale. Stay for this exhale. You're going to take your left elbow up first this time, right elbow back. Hold for 5. And then a couple more breaths, just inhaling, really pressing the front of your chest open and that armpit lifting high. Last breath in. Exhale, dive down. Release, take the release. And then rebound slowly back into a chair pose, right elbow up this time. Exhale, sink your hips. So working your lower body for stability so that you can open your heart. When you know that you have 2 solid legs to stand on, you can really trust to let everything start to melt away and to open up here. Take one more breath. Exhale, fold down. Half lift, we're just gonna do the same thing we did before. Step your right foot back into a low lunge. Just gonna go the other direction. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, lean in. And you take one more breath. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, right hand comes down. Sweep your left arm to the back of the mat. And then inhale all the way back up and over to your Skandasana to the back of the mat. Take a breath here. Exhale, low lunge to the back of your mat. Drop your back knee down. Sweep your arms up. Full breath. Exhale, left hand down. Sweep your arms to the back of your mat. Right arm comes back. Skandasana, all the way back to the front of the mat. Take a full breath in here. Exhale, down through your flow. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths to just be a container now for all this energy. So fighting the urge to fidget. And showing up for yourself to just hold the space. Lift your heels high. So you've been a container, you've got all this energy inside of you. Bend your knees, look forward, and then you use that to express outward. Jump. Halfway up. Bow down, bow to yourself, bow to your body, grateful. Chair pose, inhale. This time interlace both hands behind your back. Start to lean down, sitting your hips down, but then pulling your heart up. So more of this heart opening. Pull your knuckles towards the ground for 3, 2, 1. When you fold, keep your bind. Exhale, let your hands fall towards the ground, and then release, half lift. Feel your lungs spread out. Exhale, step your left foot back to a low lunge. We'll go around one more time. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, left hand comes down, spin to the edges of your feet, right hand back. Skandasana to the back of your mat. Stay low, maybe not using your hands so much, light on your hands. Low lunge to the back of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Big breath, look up, go up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Left arm sweeps back. Skandasana all the way to the front of the mat. Good, and then low lunge this time. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, shift your hips back. We're just gonna flow through this. Half splits, lean back. And then inhale, lengthen forward. You can keep your fingertips down, lift your heart up, or take them all the way up. Exhale, shift your hips back. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Pull your belly button towards your back and press your back into your belly button. Keeping you stable. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale down through your flow. Chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. Three breaths. Contain all that you're working towards. Find that focus. Find that stillness. Now holding on to that energy, that power, harness it as you lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, and go for that hop that you want to get. Half lift. Bow down, loosen the neck. Chair pose, back into it. Inhale. This time interlace your hands behind your back. Bring your other thumb on top. So whichever one you didn't do before. Inhale, heart lifting. Exhale, hips sinking. And take one more full breath in. Bow, let your hands fall towards the floor. Release your hands, half lift. Inhale, heart comes forward, stretch it. Exhale, step your right foot back into the low lunge. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, right hand comes down, open to the left. Skandasana all the way to the back of your mat. Low lunge to the back. Inhale, riding your wave of breath. Exhale, left hand down, turn to your right. Skandasana, all the way back to the front. Full breath in. Low lunge to the front of your mat. So inhale here, sweep up, look up. Exhale, shift your hips back, half splits. Your option as you move through this to keep your hands down for support or to take your arms up. Exhale. Go ahead and do 3 more with your own breath, stretching out your breath, melting your heart open. Softening into these back bends. On your next exhale, go all the way down through your flow. Downward facing dog. All right, so 5 breaths now here to be a container, to resist the fidgeting. have to resist it even as I'm teaching it. To hold space for your own power, and to be a witness to the thoughts that are passing through. So now you're being witness to the pattern of thoughts that is so hard to break, that is so on autopilot, but that keeps you where you are. And if you want to change, if you want to grow, if you want to get what you're seeking for, start observing that pattern, just being the witness, and then stepping in to change that thought, to create a new pattern of thought as we move through the rest of this practice. So if you feel called to just kind of set in a new pattern of thinking, what is it that you want to bring forward the rest of your practice from now going forward? You've spent the time melting away the walls of the old pattern that confined you, and let's move into something new. Take a full breath in. Breathe out, let that old pattern go. Reach your right leg up, inhale. Stretch it big and tall. Open your hip, right knee comes to the ceiling. Squeeze your heel towards your glute. Take a big breath, inhale a little bit higher, and then exhale, flip your dog over. Drop your hips towards the floor. Inhale, launch your hips up. Take your right shoulder open here and press your right shoulder blade to massage the back of your heart. Can you feel the breath in the back of your heart, the back of your sternum? Just inflate that space. And take one more full breath in. Okay, just a little bit of a poor connection, hopefully coming back. There we are. Okay, so right back. Sorry guys for the connection loss. Right back in, it shouldn't have any problem. Going forward. All right, so we were at 3-point down dog. Right leg is lifted from your flip dog. Go ahead and bring your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, take it up and back. And then bring your right knee back to your right elbow, only take it a little bit higher. Repattern the thought of what's possible here. Last time, take your right knee as high as it will go, up even higher, 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 higher. Step your right foot outside your right fingertips. Take a full breath in here. Sweep your right arm up. Good. Inhale that breath high. Exhale. Another big breath. Breathe out. So push into the ground, lift your hips a little bit higher, squeeze into your core. Exhale, bring your right hand down, step your left foot forward into a squat. Good, and then we're just gonna pulse for 5, 4, that magic number, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stretch all the way up, full breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Take a half lift, breathe in. So bring your hands to in between your feet. We're gonna jump back from here, from your wider squat, and see if you can get a little more air time to chaturanga. So come up onto the balls of your feet. Squeeze your knees towards you and jump back. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take your left leg up high, inhale. Stack and feel your hips open. Keep breathing, keep grounding. And one more of those big breaths, and then flip your dog over. Drop your hips to launch yourself up. Squeeze that left shoulder blade up through the back of your heart. It's called a knot in our heart that we want to massage, we want to knead out and open. We've worked ourselves into knots over this lifetime. Good, and then ground into the floor, use your inhale to come all the way back up and over. 3-point down dog, lift high. Bring your left knee towards your left wrist, exhale. Inhale, up and back. Go your left knee up towards your elbow. Inhale, up and back. Left knee comes higher than your elbow, high as it will go. Step it outside your left pinky. Right hand stays down, left arm goes up. Pull your right hip back. Get as light as you can on those right fingertips to lift yourself higher. Take one more breath in. Bring your left hand down, step your right foot forward to that squat, and we'll pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Inhale, maybe a little bit of a back bend, squeezing your glutes. Exhale, fold. Take a half lift breath in. So remember, press into your palms, lift up onto the balls of your feet. Squeeze your knees towards you, jump back. Chaturanga, upward facing. Downward facing dog. Great work, y'all. Take a full breath in and let it out. Take another inhale and let it out. So this time, being a container to let things move through you. Breathe in and let things move through. Breathe out. Take another full breath. All that air empties. Inhale your right leg up. Step it through, warrior 2. Rise up. Land here. And try to avoid the urge to fidget. And just be with your breath. Inhale, reverse, lean back. Exhale, side angle, right hand comes down. So you rest your arm on your leg or you bring your hand towards the floor or to a block. Try not to be much of a meaning maker about the poses, what they mean to you, but rather watch the movements and the habits of your body to tend to go to the same places they always go. Because every action is driven by a thought. So that urge to stay away from sensation is driven by a thought to protect you from what it thinks is coming. But it doesn't know, right? It's just pulling from the past. So let that go and be open right here to what this sensation can offer you up. Take another full breath, y'all. Breathe out, and then just one more biggest inhale yet. Bring your left hand down. We're going to side plank, so option to grab the right toe if you want as you go and step up. You've always got the option to bring your right foot forward for a little bit of a kickstand. Good, guys. If you've got the toe, keep holding on to it. Everybody, bring your right foot back to the front, and we're just going to spiral open to triangle pose. Left arm goes up, so if you've got your toes, you can keep holding on to them. Take that full breath in. Let the full breath flow out of you. Use your core to come all the way back up to stand. Maybe a little reverse here. And then back through center. We're going to come to pyramid. So just shift your back foot forward. We're going to take the bind today. So we're going to take the cow face bind we did before, just working to deepen that. Left elbow comes up because our right leg is forward. Lead with your elbow. Release your arms, framing your front foot. Shift your upper body a little bit more over that leg. Take a full breath in. Glide your chin towards your shin as you breathe out. And then float the back of your heart up. Inhale, feel your breath coming to the back of your heart. Stay there. Take your right arm up for a twist. Keep expanding your ribs left and right. Like you're sending your breath through your ribs to your fingertips. Good, one more inhale, y'all. Exhale, just spiral down, wide leg fold. So pivot your toes in, or at least right in front of your heels. And you've got your option to stay right here, or to come down into a tripod. You've got the option to come into a handstand, a forearm stand, whatever is going to maybe cause your brain to take a little bit of a different path today. So if you always push yourself, maybe that path is to take rest. Good, guys, and then just walk both your feet all the way back up to the top of your mat, forward fold. Take your feet about shoulders width apart, grab onto your big toes. Take an inhale, lengthen your chest down, and on your exhale, fold your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, lengthen your chest down. Exhale, pick the backs of your hips up. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Release your hands on your exhale. So option here to do that same squat back hop or come into crow. And then just meet your way into your downward facing dog. You can step from your crow, you can walk, or float. Good. Take a full breath in here, guys, and now drop your knees like you're going down to child's pose. Let your chest lead the way, so not your head. Head comes down very last into your child's pose. Exhale it down. Like a wave, roll up into that tabletop cat back. Exhale, back into the child's pose. Head comes down last. Inhale, roll your way up. Exhale, head comes last to child's pose. Land in your child's pose. Feel the stream of breath run through your nostrils. All right, y'all, take another full breath. We just gotta go around the other side. Take an exhale. Make your way into downward facing dog. In breath, out breath. Lift your left leg up high. Step it through, warrior two. Stay low, spiral open. Create that new pattern, that new habit of deep and powerful. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, stay. Fire all the way up to your fingertips, melting the side of your body. Exhale, side angle. So this melting process can be a soft exit. It doesn't mean having of burning bridges or just walking away destructively. But rather leaning into what's new and honoring the past in the way that it served you. Because it has, even if it's just been to teach you what not. We can say thank you. One more breath. Bring your right hand down, side plank. So grabbing onto your toe is an option. Remember, breathing is the only thing we show up to do. Everything else is optional. Three more breaths to lift yourself high, to hold yourself high to that highest self. One more breath. Step your left foot forward, triangle pose. Open up. Don't worry about what it looks like on the outside. Just feel it from the inside. One more of those really big breaths and then rise up. Pyramid pose to the front of your mat. So this time we'll take our right elbow up. And lead with your elbow, lead with your heart. Let your mind take the back seat today. Let your heart be the driver. Bring your right hand down. Take your left arm up. Twist. Drive your left hip crease back to pull your heart forward and spiral open. Take that one more big full breath in. Exhale your hands down to the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. Bring it down through for half pigeon. Walk your left toes back a bit so that you can sink and melt into your hips now. So the thing about melting is it takes some steps. First, we've got to get the fire started. Then we've got to tend to the fire to make sure it stays lit. And finally, we just have to have the patience to just mold. To mold into the present. To let the shape of our thoughts, the shape of our actions shift. Completely independent from the past. Keep your fire lit to stay warm. Stay with your breath. Have the heat of the willpower to concentrate on your breath. Take a wide leg fold. Come all the way back up through center. Roll down on your back. So just let your knees fall over to the right and twist to the left. Come to the other side. And you lay in just the fire and the ashes. Letting that carbon just nourish the soil beneath you. Knowing that what you've burned away hug your knees into your chest. And we'll end just as we begin, bringing your feet into butterfly or Savasana legs with your left hand on your heart, your right hand on top. Sense underneath your hands the back of your heart, the sides of your heart, and the front of your heart. Feel the ribs protecting the sternum and the spine. Your heart is encased with all the protection that it needs. Let your emotional walls just melt. And honor the lessons of the past, of lessons from those that came before you, lessons from your own past. Let them help you contain wisdom. But moving forward with an open heart, feeling your present and your future and all those that will come after you, free from any walls, free to just love. Start to emerge out of this shape by just moving your wrists, your ankles, maybe turning your head a little side to side, and you can roll all the way onto your side if you want, or just stay on your back for a moment more. And ever so gently rising back up to your seat. One more time, hand to your heart, other hand on top. Closing your eyes. Thank you for sharing your practice this morning. I hope as we continue to transition, maybe for a long time coming, that you melt and you flow through these times, honoring the wisdom that is inside of you. Namaste. Thank you all. Our live stream schedule will continue today and tomorrow as you